Hey ballers, it's Horton here. So about 2 years ago, I was in Utah skiing with Dave Good and Nick Parsons. And Nick was taking a lot of sets and trying to set up his ski. And I noticed that he kept moving his bindings forwards and backwards a 1/16 of an inch at a time. And I got to thinking, I measure my fin 2-3 thousandths change is, it's not huge, but it's noticeable, especially in depth or DFT. So, but I'm moving my bindings, or most bindings move about 3/8 of an inch forwards and backwards with binding holes. I use Radar Strata bindings, and they move about half that, 3/16 at a time. And but the long and the short of it is the guys that are on power shells, the good product, really have an advantage in adjustability. Now I know there's some other options. Guys running Fogman, I think, have infinite adjust. Guys running HO, XO have infinite adjust. But all the guys running rubber bindings generally don't. And guys running reflex maybe kind of do. And since most people are not running bindings with infinite adjust, I thought, I really wish I had a way to make a much smaller binding adjustment and know my bindings aren't going to move. So I got a friend of mine at work to draw up a CAD drawing of what I thought was the solution, and I passed it out to a bunch of people. And Cody from Minnesota, friend of Schneewin's, kind of bit and said, hey, I'm going to do this. So this, ladies and gentlemen, what's inside, you're not going to see here very good, so I'm going to do a close-up shot, but what's inside is one single Mikro-Just. This one's black anodized, and actually sent me 2 of them. Black anodized. And it's also really cool, he sends you when you order it, everything you need to retrofit your current binding plate so you can put the Mikro-Just on there, because you are going to have to cut your binding, you have to drill and file and whatever. Okay, so how this all works, just to make this more clear, is if you see, it's hard to see in the light, but you see those serrations? Well, so it's a serrated plate. That's really what's going on here. So that is serrated, and matching serrations, it's going to be even harder to see, are on, let's call it the washer piece. I'm sure that's not the name for it. So those line up, and again, 1/16 of an inch binding adjustment. Why would you move 3/8 at a time? That's just ridiculous. Okay, ballers, so this is going to be kind of hard to see on video, but this mounts to your binding plate, and this screw here is going to come up through your binding plate. So what you're going to do is you're going to use the countersink to come up through your plate, and this screw threads into that hole. So once this is there, or actually beforehand to be honest, you're going to slot out the holes on one side of your binding. Actually, you're going to slot out both sides. And this mates perfectly to there. And then this screw is going to go through there. And the result is you're going to be able to move your bindings 1/16 at a time. And actually, this feels really good. This is a really positive feel. One click at a time. Far, far more accurate binding adjustment than you've ever had before. All right, let's try this again.